Morning. I changed a little bit to my audio, so I hope I'm sounding better. I was sounding pretty bad there, and it was something with this mic. So I got the mic. Oh, I think it's something with my interface. If you guys don't know what an interface is, I'll show you what an interface is. This this is an interface. So I think this is shot because it was sounding like it had some kind of water, something like that. So I hope y'all can hear me well. I'm waiting for the first person to pop up. Um, but everything looks good. Everything looks good. What's up, C? Shango in the morning. Let's see if there we go. Bumpity, what's up? What's up, Christy? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Vic. How am I sounding? Does it sound a little bit better? I do have to get a new interface because I really like. Yes, I'm watching a Tyson fight tomorrow. I'm going to get another one of these because you want to use the XLR instead of today. I'm using USB, but you want to use XLR. So the first thing that I thought of this morning, I was like, in another reality, I would have been so excited today to watch the Commanders versus the Eagles tonight. Now I don't even care. Now I don't even care. But I'm going to watch the game. But you know, for sure, I would be like streaming the game. We would be having fun just watching our enemy. It would have been the best um, uh, tank. I'm not tank job, but it would have been I saw William Brown say the tank for Cam Ward. It would have been the greatest Thursday night in a long time. We can just watch and we'd be happy that somebody lost. We'd be sad that somebody's going to win because whoever wins that game tonight, they're going to talk about like they're one of the best in the NFC. But, you know, we can enjoy the loser. Yeah, William Brown says we should tank for Cam Ward. Guys, we just paid a quarterback a whole bunch of money. I mean, stop it with the quarterback. If you don't know by now, ain't the quarterback. I just don't get it. Steve, not Shady McCoy. I just watched him like a few minutes ago. He was talking yesterday, and he was like, "I know what the Cowboys need to do. I know what the Cowboys need to do. The Cowboys team is horrible. They're horrible. They need to blow this thing up and get rid of everybody, and they need to get Shador and Dion to come in there. That would be great. It would just be great for football. It would be great." I'm like, Shady, he's under contract. You can't just trade Dak. They don't even do their research. You can't trade Dak. Dak gotta want to go. So the best thing you could do is get on my train and ask Dak to please leave our franchise. That's all you could do. I've been asking Dak to leave forever, and he apparently loves to be in Dallas for some crazy reason. But that's the only thing we can do. We can like, please, Dak, will you go somewhere else? That's all you got because he has a no trade clause. So if Dak Prescott wants to be in Dallas for the next 3 years, Dak Prescott is going to be your quarterback in Dallas for the next 3-4 years. Sorry, that's just the way it is. But my thing is, you're seeing these teams, and they were just ripping the Chicago Bears apart because they're not being patient with Caleb Williams. And you know for a fact they just put a roster around Caleb Williams, which was okay. I understand that, but it takes a time for a roster to turn into a team. Washington was a team. Last year, the Texans were a team before they got a quarterback. The Washington was getting busy with getting busy on us with Tyler Heineke. They were getting busy with me on people with Sam Hart, whatever his dude is from UNC. They were working people with just nobody at quarterbacks. So those teams were ready-made teams. So when they got a competent quarterback, it clicked. Now with Chicago, they didn't have no team. They don't have no front coaching staff. They got nothing. So they just put a roster together and threw a quarterback there and think the quarterback is some kind of magical being that could just make everything happen. And no, you got to be a team first. So what Chicago need to do is they need to worry about becoming a team. They need to worry about, a corner not ripping with the fans and lock in on the game so he can win. That's another L that went on Caleb that shouldn't have went on Caleb. So everybody is so quarterback. Dude, this is the NFL. You got 11 players out there, and all 11 players need to do their job, or a quarterback ain't going to be nothing. One person cannot do their job and get a quarterback killed. One person, one offensive lineman can miss his block, and the quarterback is done. So if what we need to do in Dallas, we need to get that team together. Because I don't care if it's Dak Prescott, Cam Ward, Shedeur Sanders, I don't care who you put behind that right now. And I thought that was completely apparent last week. I don't care who you put back there at quarterback. He gonna die. He ain't got nowhere to throw the ball. He ain't got nobody to throw the ball to. He ain't got nobody to hand the ball off to. And he barely got a couple people blocking for him. That's what you got in the quarter. And you want to go get a shiny rookie that's got all the tools and everything and put him behind a piece of crap and think he gonna do something? I mean, you got Bo Nix outplaying Caleb Williams, and Bo Nix ain't nowhere near the talent that Caleb Williams is. But Bo Nix is in a better situation because he's with a better team and a better coach. So a quarterback ain't a magical unicorn. That's the TV saying stuff. That's you following up Shady McCoy. And let me tell you what Shady McCoy did last year. He came to a training camp one day that I was down there in training camp last year. Came back on that show Speak and said, the Cowboys, that one thing that was noticeable when I was down there, they're loaded with talent. They got talent everywhere. I mean, they got talent this, they got talent. He was just talking about how talented we were. And I was like, Cap. We knew we wasn't talented last year. But that's what made his arguments flow or whatever for the whole season. So he's only concerned about Shady McCoy, and people follow that. What's up, MBV Dad? Yeah, Dak isn't going nowhere. Just get on my train, and every day say, Dak, you want to go? Dak, you want to go to Pittsburgh? Dak, you want to go to the Rams now? Since, wherever good opportunity is, Dak, you want to go? That's all you got. That's all you got. And I've been doing that, and I was frustrated when the contract signed, but when he didn't do anything. I'm making too much sense for average. I'm just saying. Yeah, Denver. Oh, Denver's doing it the right way. Denver's playing football, and Bo Nix is just being a good cog in that wheel. We got a lot. I mean, come on, man. Like Daniel said, we got a lot of trench building to do. We got an offensive line to rebuild, and we got two young pieces that we got to train because we spent a lot of capital on those two young pieces, and they've got it. BB and Guyton both have to be like studs. But right now, we only have one offensive lineman that's playing above average. We have one. That's Tyler. You know what I'm saying? Zach is not playing well at all, and I'm not even going to talk about our right tackle. Yes, for sure another team will win a ring with Dak. I mean, if he goes to the right one, though. There's a lot of Dallases out there. There's a lot. I mean, like, I was trying to tell somebody, that we are dumb, but there's a lot of dumb teams out there. Like, I wouldn't want to be a Jets fan right now. I would not want to be a Jets fan right now. The Bears look very, at least the Bears do have a chance, but they look like they have to gut everything and start over with a new coaching staff, which is horrible. You definitely wouldn't want to be a Giants fan right now because, good Lord, they just messed up the whole league. I mean, they're embarrassing. I mean, they messed up the whole league. They made a bet and messed up the whole league with the bet, and they lost on the bet. I mean, come on, man. There's some bad teams out there. Shoot, Carolina is bad, but not as bad as those guys. Edgar Daniel says, I think if we fire McCarthy, we should go after Lions defensive coordinator Aaron Glenn. I don't mind that, because I think with Dak Prescott and CeeDee Lamb and a competent running back, our offense is pretty much set. We don't need a new real brilliant offensive scheme to come in to start doing things. We need a smart play caller to come in to run the ball and play action off the run. And with those pieces that we got, we can run a huge effective play action offense with a running back, with a good running back. And I'm talking about getting a stud back there that we can ride. Don't ride your quarterback. I'm tired of throwing on 3rd and 2. Get a running back. And then work on our defense, because the defense wins championships. Dak is the Cowboy. Lavelle Rada says Dak is the Cowboys' problem. Their defense gave up in 5 playoff losses, gave up 786 yards. Jeebus. That's 5 games, 5 losses, 786 yards. Dak, you got to do better than that. Which you can send to the offseason. I know, right, JJ? Just send to the offseason. We've got to sit here. Like that's the bad thing about this game tonight, because tomorrow we got to hear them talking about how good the Eagles are or how good the Commanders are. Either one of them. One, we're gonna have fun with the Eagles lost, and that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the Eagles to lose, because I think I'll have a little more fun with the Eagles losing than with the Commanders losing, because the Commanders always lose. So if the Commanders beat the Eagles, I think I'll be a little bit better. But still, if our season was different, it would be a different night. Eagles, Mansoir. I'm going with Eagles. I'm going with the Commanders to beat the Eagles. I want the Eagles to lose. Oh, I know what you meant, Lavelle. I know what you meant. I just took it as sarcasm. I just took it as sarcasm. I know exactly what you meant. They say you guys are getting your player back that came from the Patriots. You guys are signing him back. What player is that, Mario? Zeke? Chase Young should be. What is wrong with Chase Young, MBB Dad? Why is Chase Young's career going like because he was like my boy from South Carolina. They're so good phenom athletes, but when they get to the NFL, it's just like, I don't know. But I'd go after Chase. No, Star Scream. There is not any universe where I actually want Deion as my head coach. I don't. I don't get what Deion's energy on my team. I like to watch Deion from afar. When we got Deion, it was in Dallas. I remember that whole thing, but I just looked at Deion as a hired gun just to take out the other guys. And we got Deion not because we were like, Deion. We got Deion to keep Deion out of the hands of the other thing, because the person that Deion was he was an assassin. He would go to whatever team gave him the most money, and be a problem for everybody else. So in order for us to not have to deal with Deion, we had to get Deion. So that was the main reason why Jerry, and that was one of the most brilliant moves Jerry ever did. But I'm not into that Deion energy, that over the top energy or whatever. I love to watch it, but I don't like it on my team. Look, Commandos, the Commanders have a rookie quarterback that is a first-round talent and a rookie contract. I wonder why they're renting. No, Swazi. Caleb was the better quarterback, Swazi. Caleb Williams was the better quarterback. Everybody said it. Everybody, he went first. Everybody was that. Caleb went to a team that wasn't ready. The Commanders were ready. I said a gazillion times that the Commanders are a quarterback away. So the quarterback didn't come into the Commanders and like, okay, you guys, get better. No, the team was ready, and then the quarterback came, and the quarterback brought him here to here. He's not like in Dallas. The Dallas Cowboys, I said it yesterday, the Dallas Cowboys are go all the way down to the bottom without Dak Prescott. When you get Dak Prescott, he takes you to a little bit above average, but not a championship football team by any stretch of the imagination. So when we hear everybody wants Dak to bring us up to a championship football team. So what you're trying to ask Dak to do is bring the team from here all the way up here by himself. And what we need to do is get here as a team like the Commanders were last year. And then our quarterback can take you to a higher level. It happened in Kansas City. Kansas City, Patrick Mahomes didn't come to Kansas City when Kansas City was down there, and Patrick Mahomes went down here and brought Kansas City all the way up to the championship. Kansas City was right here. Kansas City had one-day division without Patrick Mahomes. Kansas City was going to the playoffs without Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes came and elevated them to heights that we're still seeing. So the rule is applicable for everyone. And just like I just said with the Chicago Bears, they put a roster together and thought a roster was going to be it. And a roster is just a piece. You still got to have coaching, and you still got to become a team and know how that roster got to know how to gel together. It's chemistry. It's not as much chemistry as in basketball, but it's still chemistry in football. And all that stuff has to happen before a team can elevate. So the fantasy of this quarterback that swoops in and takes a trash team to the heights is just what they do to sell games. It's not real. Oh, you like my hoodie? Thank you. Yeah, Bryce Young's on a rookie contract. The Panthers, I mean, a whole bunch of teams are in that situation. But like I say again, Bo Nix, who is not as talented as any of these quarterbacks that we mentioned, including Bryce Young, Bo Nix is having a pretty decent season. And he's definitely no magical quarterback. Yeah, I think Bear says he was never impressed with Caleb. The only thing that stood out was his scrambling, and I think that's what people are latching onto because he making plays, moving around, and all that kind of stuff, highlight plays or whatnot. But now he's got to learn how to play football, and he's got the ability to play, but he's got to learn how to play and leave that scrambling for when you need it. Because I mean, what's his name? What's his name they got from Carolina, the wide receiver they got from Carolina? Didn't he just walk off on the field because he scrambled too much and didn't throw the ball? And I think he's the one that went up to and said, could you please bench Caleb? Because he had him wide open, and he just walked off the field. So the Bears are a bad team right now. Surprise. Will Greer's back. The team is so bad. Hey, that team still, we got blown out by 40, but that team still beat Pittsburgh. You know what I'm saying? That we got blown out by 40, but that team was still a point, a score behind the Ravens, a score behind the 49ers. They still didn't get blown away. They were able to come back, is what I'm saying. But that's how bad our football team is. You see how bad our football team is. You see how bad our offense is. You see how bad our coaching is. You see how bad our defense is. For you to think a quarterback is going to fix that, you're crazy. You're crazy. That's just what it is. You got to have an offensive line. You got to have people that catch the ball and run crisp routes and get separation. You got to have a running game. You got to have a running game to get you out of those third and shorts. There's a whole lot to do with football rather than a quarterback coming in and say, all right, I'm a good quarterback. Yeah. That's the selling of the game that you're focused on. Oh, Dak did beat Pittsburgh. He did. He jumped on that the fumble when the fumble happened and Dak beat everybody to the ball to get that ball back and then score that touchdown. He certainly did. He most certainly did. But you know the haters will not give me any credit for that. McCarthy is cooking. Now, I said that. Do you have a strange feeling that McCarthy is going to be on this team next year? He's going to be coaching the team next year. I have because I don't understand why he's still there now. McCarthy needs to be gone. The whole thing is over. As soon as it's good morning, Eva Rubber Ducky. I know, right? You right there with me. I'm ready to watch the Commanders beat the Eagles tonight. Yes. But I don't. Once we are absolutely mathematically eliminated, why keep McCarthy after that point? Unless you're going to keep him for the next season. You understand what I'm saying? On Monday night football, if we lose to the Texans, and when we're mathematically eliminated from the playoffs, why would McCarthy be here unless he's setting things up for the next season? And that will make me so mad, it's ridiculous. He'll have another play caller. He'll have somebody to call plays for him or something. You're right. We'll tweak this thing because all we need to do is just tweak it. We're a tweak away from the Super Bowl. That's all we do. Just tweak it. Get a new play caller for Mike. When it comes to any position between quarterback you pick from the SEC, that's very true. Because they were talking about that all year this year. It's so hard to say your name, but the teams are so good at these SEC schools. They're so heavy with talent that the quarterback, the one that comes in and just functions better than the other one. Don't have to have all the talent in the world and all that kind of stuff, but the quarterback that functions better than the other ones are the ones. Like Mac Jones was probably the most functional quarterback and one of the most functional quarterbacks in that Alabama offense, but by far the least talented. You know, Hurts didn't have that much talent or whatever. Tua did, but you see Tua is still not with other quarterbacks once you get into the NFL. So yeah, when you're with a loaded team, when you're playing quarterback for a loaded team, much easier. Go ask Brock Purdy about that. And please do not. I don't know which one would make me madder if we kept McCarthy or got Kellen Moore. If we're gonna sign Kellen Moore, he better bring Saquon Barkley with him. Because he hadn't had any success outside of Dallas without Saquon Barkley. So if we're going to bring Kellen Moore back, he better bring Saquon Barkley with him. That's the only thing. Then I'm okay. I'm more than okay with it. I want that to happen. Bring Kellen Moore back. Bring Kellen Moore back. And bring Saquon Barkley with him. Daniels and Burrow transferred to the SEC, so they wasn't really pure SEC quarterbacks. Yep. Now, I still want to get a quarterback guy, Retro, because it's obvious, Retro. I still think we need a quarterback simply because we don't have a quarterback that can win games anymore. I mean, Cooper Rush, if we lose to the Texans, I'm going to lose because the Texans are beatable. Just like the Eagles were beatable. The Texans are beatable. But you got to pass for more than 45 yards to beat the Eagles. And you got to do more than that to beat the Texans. But the Texans are beatable. If we lose to the Texans, then we need to find a backup quarterback. Right? And if that backup quarterback just happens to be better than Dak, then it's a dream come true for most of us. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of why the way I wanted Jalen Hurts to come to Dallas. I was hoping we was going to draft Jalen Hurts so he can push Dak. And if Jalen Hurts would have beat Dak out, great. And it's the same thing here. We can get another quarterback not in the early rounds, but in the later rounds. I mean, we got Dak with a fourth. We can get another quarterback, and if we somehow hit on that quarterback, and that quarterback is able to do things that are great, which is a thing, then we've elevated our team. So yeah, I still say get a quarterback because we're not good at that position. The quarterback room is not good. Oh, here they come. Here comes the Eagles. Spiral out. We're hoping for your L tonight. We're all Jaden Daniels fans tonight. The Eagles are going to show Jerry how to win with Kellen Moore. Hey, Fulton, he's going to go back to the guy you saw at the beginning of the season and forget that Saquon Barkley's on the team. Don't you worry. He's gonna he's gonna really forget that Saquon Barkley is there. Jalen Milroe in the fourth. Hey man, Jalen Milroe might be the new quarterback of the NFL. You know what I'm saying? I don't I wouldn't want to retread. I don't want to get like, for instance, Anthony Richardson. If Anthony Richardson fails with the Colts, I'd still rather go get Milroe. You know, I don't like Bill Belichick. Yesterday I said that, and this is Chick-fil-A morning, so we got to go to Chick-fil-A. But Bill Belichick, in my opinion, the team now looks better than the team did with Bill Belichick. The team now looks like a more modern football team than it did with Bill Belichick. Am I not? Am I lying? We're locked on Bill Belichick as the name Bill Belichick. Belichick. I'm gonna talk about that. B Macro. B Macro said Bill Belichick is living his best sugar daddy life. I don't know how I feel about that too. Let's just go into that. Bill Belichick is about to marry his 23-year-old girlfriend. And I don't know, usually men are like, yeah, Bill, yeah, he got him a 23-year-old. But now I'm getting like a Drake P. Diddy feel. I don't know. What do you talk to her about? What do you have in common? I mean, what are you doing with a 23-year-old girl? I mean, so that just weirds me out with Bill. That really weirds me out. Hurts isn't Dak. If he has the pass to win, so be it. Are you saying Hurts is a better passer than Dak Fuller? Are you really saying that? Creep vibes. Exactly. Yeah. Look, a little creepy there. It just feels a little bit creepy. Just to me. And you especially, J. Recruiter, especially when his nickname is Bella Cheat. You know, a dude with the nickname Bella Cheat and has a 23-year-old girlfriend, I just don't like it. Dude is what a girl that could be his daughter, right? It's just like, whatever. It's whatever. Bill be popping pills for that 23-year-old girlfriend. You better load yourself up. All right, guys, I gotta go get my family, my daughter, and stop talking like this. All right, guys, I won't be online tonight. I was gonna think I'll try to be online tonight, but unless something really crazy happened, I'll turn on the stream and watch the game. But I'll watch sitting right there, just all sour, because I'm not going to be able to enjoy the loss like I would if we were in it. Bill, not like us.